Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 8. And since we are just under a month away for The Flash Season 8 to air our screens with Episode 1, this will be my video going over everything we know so far about The Flash Season 8. So yeah, I just decided to gather everything we know and just put it into this video so you guys are all prepared for what's to come for The Flash Season 8. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so firstly starting off with the release date. So the release date for The Flash Season 8 will be 16th of November 2021, and it's going to be the same thing as Season 7. So we're going to have two graphic novels, graphic novel number 5, which will be the first 5 episodes, and then somewhere around after episode 5, we're going to have graphic novel number 6. Now, it was said that we were going to have an interlude after season 7 ended. Eric Wallace did say that we would have an interlude for season 8 as well. However, it seems like they're not following through with the interlude anymore. I'm not sure about that. We will definitely still get some sort of a filler episode in between the episodes, but whether or not will there be an interlude, we do not know that. But we definitely do know that we're still going to have the graphic novel structure, graphic novel number 5 with obviously the crossover, and we're going to have one villain for that. And then graphic novel number 6, which will be its own storyline with a new villain and obviously a new storyline. Okay, so next up we have the Armageddon event. So Armageddon will essentially be the first crossover we're getting since Crisis on Infinite Earths, and this crossover is taking place within the first 5 episodes of The Flash Season 8, and this special event will be known as graphic novel number 5, where we will be having a bunch of guest stars joining us. With the heroes, we have Team Flash, as well as Mia Queen's Green Arrow, Batwoman, Black Lightning, The Atom, Alex Danvers, and Ryan Choi. We obviously do know that Chillblaine will also be part of this event, as we have seen him in set photos and also in the trailer as well. Now this one I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty certain that it was confirmed at one point that Sue Dearborn will also be part of Armageddon as well. It would be great to see her again. I think Sue's a really great character, but for that I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure it was confirmed that she was going to be there, but I couldn't find it. But joining the villains, we have Damien Darhk and Ia Barton, aka the Reverse Flash, forming a team of their own, and I'm assuming that they will pretty much be reforming the Legion of Doom from Legends of Tomorrow. Now, as we know, Damien Darhk has died on Legends of Tomorrow, so this will be a Damien Darhk who has time traveled, and he will be around the time of Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 and Season 3 because he was a villain then, and then during Season 4 and Season 5, he's obviously redeemed himself and he's joined more of the light side. So since this is Damien Darhk in his villain era, we know that's going to be a Damien Darhk between Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 and Legends of Tomorrow Season 3. So I would assume that's going to be a Reverse Flash who picks him up from the past and brings him to present day, or vice versa. We'll have Reverse Flash time traveling to the past and then we have a storyline in the past. It's going to be one of those. Now, speaking of the Reverse Flash, we do know that Tom Cavanagh will be returning to the character of Ia Barton. Now, whether he will return as a younger version of Ia Barton, like before the particle accelerator exploded, or during the particle accelerator explosion around like season 1, or will he play present day Ia Barton, we don't know about that either, but I am assuming it will be a younger version of Ia Barton just from what we have seen in the trailer. We could also end up getting present day Ia Barton from after the events of the Flash season 7 finale, where he's obviously promised Barry that he will get faster. We could also possibly end up seeing Tom Cavanagh return as Timeless Wells for this crossover as well. I'm not entirely sure. But obviously the main threat for this 5-part event is going to be Despero, played by Tony Curran, and I cannot wait to see what he brings to the table, because from what we have seen from that one trailer, I think that he's going to be really menacing and really threatening, and I think he will be a great villain. We do also know that the premise of Armageddon involves exploring the possible future of different characters in the Arrowverse, and we know that time travel will be heavily involved, saying that we will be getting characters like Mia Queen, who's obviously from the future, she's from 2040, and Damien Darhk, as I've mentioned before, he's dead, but he is in this crossover, which means that he's returned through time travel. There does seem to be more time travel involved than that, We can interpret that from the trailer, but that is just speculation, so it's something we do not know for 100%, but it seems very likely, and that's why I'm just going to brush over and, not go into too much detail in regards to which scenes are going to be related to time travel and which scenes are in present day. If you guys want to see more in-depth stuff like that, then obviously be sure to watch my trailer breakdown, because I do go very detailed with that. Now, another thing we know about The Flash Season 8 is that Barry will be getting a suit upgrade, which fans have been waiting for ages, and that is the gold boots. This crossover will be 5 episodes only, and Barry will be getting these gold boots during episode 5, during his final battle against Despero, so that being the finale for this crossover. So I am very interested to see how exactly Barry will be getting these gold boots, and they look really cool. It really completes the suit, and it just makes it look like the perfect Flash suit. It's the most comic book accurate Flash costume we've ever seen, and it looks amazing, so I cannot wait to see it on our screens. But another thing we know about The Flash Season 8 is a storyline related to Iris, and this is related to her time sickness, which is something which they will be continuing on from Season 7, where there was a storyline during episode 16 where Iris was being lost in time, and Dion, that being the Still Force, was able to stabilize her temporarily. Well, yeah, from this storyline, they didn't really dive deep into it with Season 7, they just totally ignored it. I know there was a deleted scene during episode 18 which did involve us exploring Iris' time sickness, but they didn't show it up in the original finale, so I don't know why. It should have been there, but we didn't get it, so it seems like they've just scrapped it up. But no, that is not the case, because we're getting Iris' time sickness as a storyline for Season 8. The first 5 episodes will just brush over that storyline, and then from episode 6 onwards, we will be going fully in depth with this time sickness storyline, and this will be a storyline for Iris which lasts for the whole of Season 8. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how that plays out. Now, another thing we know about The Flash Season 8 is that during episode 6, we will be having 4 returning characters: Bart Allen aka Impulse, Nora West Allen aka XS, Jay Garrick, and Eddie Thawne. We did also get some set photos from Canada Graphs' Patreon from episode 6, so it's not a public blog post yet, but it looks very interesting. I will probably go more in depth doing a breakdown with those set photos when the blog post is up, but for now, it's only on his Patreon, so if you guys want to see some early set photos from Canada Graphs, be sure to subscribe to his Patreon, because you get it like a day or 2 early, and it is really cool. Now, the amount of episodes they will be staying for is unknown. In the case of Eddie Thawne, it was only said that he would be back for 1 episode. However, I will do a quick theory during this video mentioning why he might be there for more than just 1 episode. But by the looks of it, in set photos, it looks like this is an episode involving a lot of time travel, as we do see Bart and Nora in the same presence of Eddie Thawne, who is obviously dead during Season 1, but for episode 6, he is back. This could also be something related to Iris' time sickness, where we have Bart, Nora, Jay, and Barry entering Iris' mind or something along those lines. Or maybe Iris gets lost in time and then they track her in 2013 or 2014, and then we have them time traveling to that year where Barry obviously is in his first year as the Flash. That would be pretty cool to see as well. But yeah, as I said, it was said that Eddie Thawne will return for 1 episode only, which will be a flashback episode. And when we first heard that, that was pretty disappointing for a lot of people, including myself. Because when Rick Cosnett first teased his return, we all obviously assumed that he would return as Cobalt Blue, but that didn't happen. But one thing we need to take into consideration is that Rick Cosnett got a huge haircut to reprise his role as Eddie Thawne. And I mean, he got a huge haircut just to reprise this character for 1 episode, which involved just a couple of days of shooting. So that being said, you need to take into consideration, would he really get a haircut for just a shooting for less than 5 days? So I really wouldn't be too surprised if he does return as the main villain for the next graphic novel. However, they're just using this 1 episode flashback as a way to make the fans remember, oh yeah, Eddie Thawne is still part of the show, and then later on in the season, he could return as Cobalt Blue. That could obviously be one possibility. I don't want to hype anything up, it's just speculation over here, but I think that fans will go crazy to see Eddie Thawne return as Cobalt Blue. Now, another thing we know about The Flash Season 8 is that the villain after Armageddon will be this horror type character, and Eric Wells actually says that we will dip our toes into the world of horror and the supernatural with this villain, in which that doesn't, really sound like Cobalt Blue, but I guess we will have to wait and see. Perhaps when Eric Wells was talking about this villain, he could have been talking about Despero for all we know, but I'm not entirely sure. It was also said that this new villain would have ramifications to Barry and Iris's marriage, so that will be pretty interesting to see how that unfolds. We do know that Kristen Kramer and Joe will also be getting some sort of a storyline for The Flash Season 8. I don't really care about it too much, so I'm just gonna brush over that. It was also said that during The Flash Season 8, they're making a conscious effort to turn Grant into the Flash from the comic books, one who is a more confident, powerful, and a secure team leader than he previously ever was. So yeah, I am pretty excited for that as well, and I cannot wait to see how they handle that. Now, we are going into some spoilers over here, so if you guys don't want to know the spoilery stuff, then click off the video right now. But for episode 4, we did actually see Barry Allen wearing a new version of the Reverse Flash suit, which is literally his current suit, but with the colors being flipped and just with more detail being added onto it. Now, there are a couple of reasons to this. It could either be that Reverse Flash takes over Barry's body and he disguises as Barry Allen, but then something happens to the suit which results the colors into flipping. So it's going to be the Season 6 suit, but with the Reverse Flash colors. Now, another reason could be that Despero or one of the villains in this crossover mind controls Barry, which results him into becoming a villain. Or another likely option is that this could be a younger version of Eobard Thawne, where they tie this storyline from the comics where Eobard Thawne actually does plastic surgery just to look like Barry Allen. So any of these could be possible. Grant Gustin over here could be playing a younger version of Eobard Thawne for all we know. That would also be pretty cool to see. But also for episode 4, we do have Ryan Choi suited up as the Atom, which is also pretty cool, and I cannot wait to see how that unfolds as well. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below if I have missed anything. I'm pretty sure I haven't, but just in case, be sure to tell me in the comment section down below if I have missed anything, and I'll probably pin it as like a comment or something like that. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in my next video.